Oh, there you go. You did it.
Okay, so today, on our crazy talk.
Good morning, germs, worms, friends, and neighbors.
All right, so any of you that know us know that we are a brother and a sister. That's Mike. I'm Kelly.
I'm Mike.
um, and today we are talking about dreams and astral projection.
Dun, da, da, da.
So, Mike, tell us one of your astral projections that you have dealt, that you have actually done.
God, that's been a long, long time ago. I can't even. I can't even remember the whole fucking thing.
Oh, tell us what you can remember.
What shit? That's something that it took. What it was it took me by surprise and scared the shit out of me so bad that I was wondering what it and it did. I didn't realize what had happened until years later when it dawned on me that hey, that meant that my mind left my or supposedly left my third eye, whatever you want to call it, your id left my body and went traveling, went exploring. But it was like nothing I'd done before because I hadn't, and it spooked me. And I mean, granted, I'd like to find out, remember how I did it before back then, and do it and be able to do it again. And have, because now that it's possible. It's like you had a key to the fun house and you lost it, and you go, well, where's the key? Oh, I've lost. I got to find that fucking key because that was fun. And I mean, granted, it'll come back to me, maybe. That's me getting older. It doesn't help my mind any. But it was like I was put forth on a, God, where was I? I was it was like a cave or something, but I was at the mouth of this. I think it was a cave or a mine, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I was on this world because there was no people, there was no trucks, there was no automobile, there was nothing in the sky but sky. I don't know where I was.
Okay, that's fair. Well,
I have no clue why I was there though. That's the whole thing. I didn't see anybody. I didn't see. There was no animals. There was nothing, and that kind of spooked me. Why would you go someplace to see nothing?
but maybe something was in the cave that you didn't
No,
get to
well,
see.
yeah, me and Caves, we don't see eye to eye. It's like that fucking climbing up the fucking ladder. No, big dark dank places. Me and them, that we don't see eye to eye. Fuck you.
So, you were standing at a precipice and you chose not
Well,
to
yeah, I
walk
chose
there.
all right. Well, that's why it scared me. And really, even when I was there, that the dreams, that dream that I had about me and the little kid in the ladder, that didn't even, when I was there, that didn't even go into my mind then. But I just it was just spooky to me. It was spooky. Yeah, it probably scared the bejesus out of me. I know when I woke up, I thought, what the fuck was that? And I had no clue what the fuck it was. But I'm sure that's what it was. It was astral projection, because I was cold sweat. Go ahead.
Well, I have had astral projection happen to me more than once. The one that is most upfront in my mind is whenever I was 10, and Tracy had gone up to visit Debbie. And
With
the
Jimmy.
night before I astral projected, or before I went to sleep and I astral projected, I remember going in and telling mom, "Hey, something's wrong. Something bad is going to happen to Tracy." And she's like, "Oh, you're just missing your sister. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Go back to bed." Mom, I haven't been to bed. She's like, "Just go back to bed." And it was New Year's Eve. And I'm 10, so it's not like I'm celebrating New Year's Eve.
Right.
So it's like 10 o'clock at night. I finally go to bed, and I just have this weight, this feeling, this presence on my heart, in my soul, on my body, that something is going to happen to Tracy Lynn. So I go to sleep, and then I see this man, and he has Tracy and Jimmy in this basement, and he's holding them at gunpoint. And he is telling them that at the stroke of midnight, he is going to shoot them. Nobody will know because they'll take it as fireworks. And then,
Question.
huh?
At the stroke of midnight, was he a satanic, a witch or something? A
No,
wizard?
no, because of the New Year's. It was New
Oh,
Year's Eve and all that, how everybody lets off firecrackers and
yeah.
all that celebrating the New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay.
They
Okay.
wouldn't hear the gunshots. And he would just then bury them in the basement. And the basement had a dirt floor. Um, and then all of a sudden, he starts looking around all wild-eyed and crazy, and he's like, "Who's here? I feel somebody's here. Somebody's in here with us." And then he looks up in the corner, and me and him lock eyes because I'm looking down. I'm looking down at this like
Right.
it's, from
He
like
had
sitting in a balcony.
he had to be some kind of a wizard if he felt
And
you,
so
an
next thing
evil
I
bastard.
know, the hot water heater that was next to Tracy, it blows up. The water goes everywhere. Tracy and Jimmy run up the stairs, and then I watch them get in their car and they drive away and they start heading back to Arizona.
Wow.
Um, so then the next morning I wake up and I tell my mom all about it. And then I feel fine because I know Tracy and Jimmy are fine. They're going to be, they're moving, they're getting away from crazy
Right.
man, right? So I'm fine. Well, whenever I tell my mom that, she's like, "Oh, you just had a bad dream because you were missing your sister and feeling that things were bad." Then a couple days later, whenever Tracy and Jimmy get home, guess what? They tell her the whole story. And after that, mom looked at me like I was, the devil
You
incarnate.
were the evil incarnate.
Yeah.
That was our mother though. She had a closed mind and it was not open to nothing but her own thought.
For as much as she read, and you would
Yeah.
think that she would have such an open,
And she didn't.
she didn't. She was very, and everything, if she didn't, it just scared her. And she really had a hard time with the gifts that I have.
Yeah.
But whenever I seen the fear in her eyes, then then I started
It
like,
scared you, didn't
it
it?
scared me. And then I didn't want nothing to do with this.
God damn it. See, if somebody would have been there to help you along, no matter no telling how far you'd have come back then.
True,
You'd
true.
have you'd have been walking on water and wearing a big pointy hat on top of your head and
I
big
doubt
flowing
that.
black cape, walking through Flagstaff, everybody bowing to you.
I so doubt
I know. I like being an asshole.
that. So yeah, that was one of my um
Vibrant.
most vibrant. Yeah, the one that really sticks with me. But I know that there are times that I wake up and um like the dream that I had where I was walking next to the railroad and come
Yeah.
across the little shack and opened the shack, and then as far as I could see, I mean, I couldn't even see the end of the
You
back
know,
of that shack. I know that
you,
I was astral projecting then too.
right. And with us talking about this astral projection and the dreams, now does that figure in to other animals coming to your aid in certain instances? I,
You know,
because
whenever
because when all if you don't recognize a certain inst or a certain thing that you're in when you're walking, especially as a younger person, it's like you don't see it, but your angels, your guides, they see it, they sense it, and they might send out feelers and have like, oh, there's yeah, send the dog, and the dog comes over and walks you through this, and everybody knows that you don't fuck with a goddamn 150-pound shepherd that's walking this little girl
See,
through this land of
the,
oikoiks and gargoyles.
let me expand on what he's talking about.
I knew you would.
When I was 15, I was stupid and would I only did this a few times, and this was actually the last time that I snuck out my bedroom window. Um, I mean, I could have walked right out the front door, nobody would have noticed. But anyway, so I crawled out my bedroom window and I decided to walk over and see my friend Connie. And it wasn't like Connie lived in the next house over. No, Connie lived about 2 miles away. And I had to walk by two old gas stations that, they were open 24 hours a day. And then I would walk into like nothing. There was nothing down this one long road for a while, and then I would get to her neighborhood. So as a 15-year-old girl, late at night, um, I was
Got your
setting
blinders
myself
on, you
up,
do.
technically really setting myself up to have something horrible happen. So I'm walking through this first gas station, and there's these homeless men. They're like, hi there, young lady. And I'm like, oh, you're creepy. And the next thing I know, boom, out of nowhere comes this gigantic German Shepherd dog. Huge. I mean, I'm walking along, my arms are bent, and I'm scratching his head, and he is right next to me. He is not leaving my side. And he walked me through both those gas stations, down the long road to my friend's house, and then I never seen the dog again. So yeah, I'm gonna say it was probably my guardian angel who
And more
was,
than likely, that is a projection.
yes, that is a projection.
See, that people don't understand that their guardians, their relatives, their guardian angels, and the guides, they all have a part in this. And if you're somebody like you that has no sense of where you're at or what's going to happen, then they are the ones that send this stuff out. If they're on their ball.
It was funny whenever you're talking about this specific thing, my Google out in the kitchen, I'm the only one home. And Google just said, I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like here now. I do have a story about it's not the same. I didn't have the dog, but my best friend back in high school, we were seniors in high school, and it was a marvelous spring day, and we had his dune buggy, and it was all rigged up, had duals on the back, and it had a nice little fucking V8 in the front, and he wasn't the best driver. So we got on this dune buggy and we're going down this nice dirt road,
You
and
got 46 seconds.
it had a curve in it, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, he loses control. The dune buggy hits the ditch on the side, and we flip in the air. And when it comes down, I'm sitting right next to the fucking right tire. He's standing up in front of the dune buggy, and the roof is smashed flat right up to the seats, and neither one of us are hurt.
You are, yeah, that's that.
So that somebody was there looking out for us.
And they did their own projection to
Yeah.
safety.
And I thank that person or them or whoever every day of my life, because we should have been dead.
Hey, imagine this one. Being born between two gurneys and a doctor catching you before you hit your head on the floor. That was me.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're out of time.
No fucking way.
Guys, we're out
Bye.
of time.